Hands up if you remember WokeTown. He was the guy that tried to convince us all that the Earth doesn't rotate because of tennis.
One of the things you'll never hear a tennis player talk about having to adjust for is the spin of the Earth. Let me explain.
Well, I recently stumbled across something on his channel which interested me enough to make a video on it. His 7-minute flat Earth pitch. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick thank you to the sponsors of today's video, Manscaped, the global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. They've just launched the new Lawnmower 4.0 waterproof electric trimmer, and now you can get the ultimate Manscaped experience when you purchase their new Performance Package 4.0 bundle. This is an all-in-one kit that includes all the tools to perfect your grooming experience. From your morning shower to the late night be ready for anything moments. To start, you can do your grooming in the shower with the new Lawnmower 4.0 electric cordless trimmer. The Lawnmower 4.0 has these replaceable ceramic blades with skin-safe technology and an LED light to help you trim with confidence, with a cool new wireless charging system and a travel lock feature as well. After your shower, be sure to apply the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, a quick absorbing, clear drying moisturiser lotion for all day protection. For that midday refresher, be sure to pack the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray with aloe vera and anti-inflammatory properties. Trust me, your balls will thank you, and my buddy Jason swears by this stuff. When you opt in for the full Performance Package 4.0 kit, you get your biggest bang for your buck. You can enroll in their peak hygiene plan and get ongoing replenishments of your favourite products delivered straight to your door hassle-free. And for a limited time, you get not one but 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. Go to manscaped.com today to get 20% off and free international shipping, plus those 2 free gifts, and use my code SIMONDAN at the checkout. Right, back to today's video, where Flat Earth podcast legend Matt Long from the channel WokeTown is going to give us his 7-minute Flat Earth pitch. Away we go.
What were you talking about? Your page or your website? What was that?
A business interview that ends up talking about Flat Earth. I hope you don't need that business.
It's
WokeTown. I wrote that down. Yeah. WokeTown on Facebook or Instagram and something else.
Yes. Yeah. So, my YouTube channel, WokeTown, it's where I have probably the most traffic.
Everyone remember this? The do not watch this video. Apparently, when you watch this video, you would instantly become a flat earther, which is why he gave us a warning. But we, of course, debunked it fully on this channel. Link for that is in the description.
Got about 9,000 subs there. I've only got about 5,000 on Facebook, and then Instagram's like 3. Chad made you ask that because I honestly do believe the Earth to be flat.
Honestly, believing it is flat doesn't mean it is flat. I mean, I honestly believe that a lot of flat earthers are doing this for monetary gain, but it doesn't mean that they actually are.
And I know that sounds insane, but it's, if you can get past the what in my opinion is the purposeful perception of the flat Earth that is put out there.
He is, of course, talking about things like this. And on this channel, we don't put that out there. We address all your arguments. We don't tell the audience what flat Earth is. We let flat earthers describe what flat Earth is, and then we debunk that.
Because I guarantee you, what you think the flat Earth is, I also think that's ridiculous, and I don't believe that. So
I can pretty much guarantee you that I don't ever say that flat Earth is a pancake in space. Well, not seriously anyway.
If you gave any of my videos a little bit of a chance, I think you'd be highly entertained, and I think you'd have to ask some pretty difficult questions, especially if you're a Christian and a Bible believer, because I do believe the deception is a purposeful evil one by the devil.
The devil. Honestly, the devil? Wow.
And just to give you a little bit of scripture, in Romans 1, it says that we can get to know the invisible attributes of God, including his eternal power, through the things that were made. And because of that, man is without excuse. So if if man is able to get to know God through the creation, of course there's going to be an evil agenda to dilute that. And the way you dilute something is you pour it into something bigger, like infinite space, and you convince people that they're insignificant.
I don't think that science, or by extension knowledge, tries to convince people that they are insignificant. I certainly don't. Every single person on earth is significant to themselves and to other people, of course. However, we could be extremely rare in this universe. And that doesn't make us insignificant. That makes us very special. And this is a problem when a lot of religious people try to look at the world from an atheist point of view. They don't understand the message.
And you also disprove everything that's on page 1 of Genesis, which and when I was in my 20s, reading physics books and astronomy books, I didn't want to read page 2 of the Bible because page 1 sounded like nonsense. And with the flat earth model, in my opinion, the biblical enclosed flat earth model, everything makes sense.
Except its real world adaptation, because it cannot explain any of the natural phenomena that we see. None of it.
And yeah, it's quite the conspiracy. But I tell you, I'm convinced. And one thing you'll find out is that for every piece of evidence that you may or may not think proves the globe, both sides are going to tell you their explanation for it. You know, something as simple as sunrise, sunset, circumnavigation, not falling off the edge. These are things that people think prove they live on a ball, when in fact I would say they simply correlate to a ball. They're not caused by a ball.
Okay, but they don't correlate on a flat earth, do they?
And that the enclosed biblical model actually has explanations for all that.
No, it doesn't. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Yes, it does, for separate ideas. It can never explain everything all at once, because one explanation violates another phenomena. And then you try and explain that phenomena and it violates another one, and so on and so on. The globe model literally predicts everything all at once without violating itself.
And if you can get past those first few little deals and look into it, you'll start to see that, like, man, it's actually really hard to, on your own, without the help of government or anything like that, prove that you live on a spinning ball.
It really isn't. Watch this space, by the way, for videos about that sort of thing.
In fact, if you just walk outside and open up your eyes, you're going to see that your senses in the Bible make a lot more sense than what we see on screens today.
And we all know that you can't always trust your senses.
So that's my pitch, and basically I've been looking into it for 4 or 5 years, and it got to the point where, you know, because every side has an argument, you really kind of have to just pick your battle. And I've decided that a literal reading of the Bible points to a flat enclosed earth that is not moving, set on pillars under a dome with water above it, and God is sitting right above us. He's close, he's not far, and he wants us to see he wants us to see the characteristics of his relationship to us through his creation. So
but if you're going to take that part of the Bible literally, surely you have to take the rest of the Bible literally as well, don't you? Like the passage that says this: "You may purchase male or female slaves from among the foreigners that live amongst you. You may also purchase the children of those resident foreigners, including those that were born on your land. You may treat them as your property, passing them on to your children as permanent inheritance."
yeah, that's it.
I am super intrigued, and I can see steam coming out of the series. He's like, whoa.
Oh yeah, you're frying my brain, man. I'm basic.
It's like,
I'm redneck, boys. I get.
okay, hey, do your hat like you did earlier before we started when you were just jacking around. That's how his brain right now is like, what did he just say? But I'm intrigued.
Is it like woke? Like you woke? Is that WokeTown like that? Okay. I just subscribe to your channel, so.
All right, yeah. So the little logo is just a white circle right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a video. It says, "Do not watch this video."
Mm-hmm.
Watch that one, because it's don't watch it unless you want your total perception of your world to change. Okay, so.
Yes, watch the video that he's entitled "Do Not Watch This Video." I already know, or at least I get a feeling that these business people are desperate to become flat earthers.
He's already, what?
Okay. So watch that one, and then I've got another one called Dear Pastor, and I wrote that specifically to pastors, and that one is the biblical approach. So first one is just going to basically talk about what flat earthers actually believe, and also the fact that flat earthers actually know more about what globers believe than globers do, because all flat earthers, none of them were attracted to this just because they heard about flat earth. They actually they investigated the ball and realized that we couldn't actually prove it.
Yes, you investigated the ball without any scientific understanding, and you were duped into believing something. Now, this isn't your fault, it's really not. But there are definitely people out there who've started to realise the error in their ways. And I can guarantee you there's many more to come.
And that video is gonna tell you what you guys actually believe by believing in the ball. And because it goes through, it's kind of my journey. Like, I had to realize, oh, if I believe that we're on a spinning ball, I have to believe that we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, and that we're traveling around the sun at 66,000 miles an hour, and that the sun is traveling through the galaxy at 500,000 miles an hour, and the universe is expanding at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And it's just a bunch of stuff that I didn't realize that I believed.
But none of that needs to be believed, because it's all demonstrably true.
By believing in the heliocentric model. And then it goes in to tell a little about what flat earthers actually believe, because there's something called the Flat Earth Society, which is actually a what I would consider controlled opposition. It puts out half-truths and partial truths, and in my opinion, stuff to just make us easily debunkable things that kind of make us look stupid. So,
and I have never ever said that the Flat Earth Society represents Flat Earth as a whole.
That video will explain all that. So I'd do not watch this video first, and then I'd watch Dear Pastor second. And then when you guys are Flat Earthers tomorrow, you can let me know.
Yeah, I'm wanting you to.
Yep. Yep.
Ah, damn it. We've probably lost another 2. Shame. Well, that's it for another Flat Earth Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll leave Matt Long there with his business friends and just keep our fingers crossed that they don't bite. If you enjoyed it today, then please do consider subscribing for more of the same. And if you could put a like on the video as well, it'd be very much appreciated. Just enough time to once again thank Manscaped for sponsoring today. Remember, if you go to manscaped.com for 20% off and free international shipping, plus the 2 free gifts, just pop the code SIMANDAN in at checkout. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday for a TikTok fibber. See you then.